Good afternoon, boys and girls. Today is Friday, February 25th, 2022. It's Raphael Esparza from DocSports.com giving you another episode of Ask a Bookie. It's the weekend. It's the weekend show. There's a lot of stuff to bet on, a lot of stuff to watch this weekend. We got Bellator 275 on the TV right now. We got some horse racing on the TV, big races over at Oakland Park this weekend as well. So I can't wait to watch the ponies. But like I said, this is Friday. It's another episode of Ask a Bookie. I hope you guys are all having a fantastic Friday. It's the weekend. Hopefully you guys are getting off work. Maybe you guys already got off work and you're just partying it up. So it should be a fun and festive weekend. Like I said, we have fights starting tonight right now with Bellator 275. Was it 5 matches have gone to and then pretty much nothing too upsetting. I mean, Bellator, you really don't see that much upsets on there. I think the last one is Stephanie Page upset on that one. So it should be interesting. That was an interesting fight right there. I didn't get to watch a lot of it because I was preparing for the show and I had another media hit, so I didn't get to watch it besides the corner on my eye. But I'll give out my Bellator 275 free pick shortly. Wes Clayton, you ever middle games? All the time, Wes. I always middle games. I'm a type of guy that if I can go to bed a dollar ahead than when I woke up, I am a happy guy. So I'm always middling. That's why I bet a lot of overnights. I always bet off my numbers all the time. I don't buy points to bet off numbers. I just don't think that's useful money management. But Wes, I am a 100% believer of middling. So yes, I do middle games all the time. So it is sad to say I middle a lot of my games that have premium plays. I'm not gonna lie and say, oh, I never middle my games. There's multiple times. I think a couple years ago I want to say, and it was a bowl game. I want to say it was a Rose Bowl game. I had an 8-unit play, my bowl game of the year, and I actually tried to middle it. The game did win that I released, but I bet the other side to try to middle it. But yes, Wes, I always try to games because it's fun. It gives me something to do and try to cash both of those tickets. That's my goal, is cash both of those tickets. So Sandy, do you like Northwestern over tonight? That was a game I looked at. Not that I didn't care for the college basketball card today. That was one of the games I circled as maybe a possible overplay. Just Penn State's just a dead under team, and that's why I didn't touch that Northwestern game. If I had to bet it, I would wait to see if it goes up to maybe 129.5, 130, and maybe bet it under. There's no value to open up at 127. I thought if you went up at the over, bet it at 127, but I don't see any value on the over at the Northwestern game, Sandeep. Sorry if I confused you, but I'm not going to lie to you and say I do like it when there's no more value on that one. So FDN money line, Suns versus Pelicans. Money line, I guess you like the Pelicans on the money line. Is that what you're saying? I would guess that. I think the Pelicans can stay close to this one, 6.5. It's a late game. It's a 9 o'clock game. You might get a better number on the Pelicans money line because you figure Phoenix Suns are going to be heavy bets on parlays, money line parlays. I would say try to wait and see if you can maybe get a 7. I don't see it. I don't see it going down too much either if money came in at Pelicans at 6. But I can see the Pelicans keeping this game close. I don't have a play on it. I don't like it, but it wouldn't shock me, especially with Phoenix playing last night. Still no CP3, so I would say you're on the right side on that one if that's what you're talking about. But let me get my used Bellator 275 free play out for you guys before it gets too late, and I'll start answering all these questions. Keep on firing all these questions. It should be I'll answer them really quickly. But my Bellator 275 is the main event. That's right. It's the main event at Bellator 275, and I'm going underdog. I just said that we don't see that many favorites or many underdogs cashing on Bellator fights. But right here, Austin Vanderfield will be the new championship tonight against Gerard Morassasi. I probably just butchered his last name. Austin Vanderfield, he's going to use his grappling. He's going to use his wrestling game. I think he wins on points in this one. Would not shock me if this one goes all the way to the distance. I know the champion will want to strike, will want to keep him upwards, but I can guarantee you, Austin Vanderfield will we'll put him to the down, and I think his grappling would give him the reason why he wins this one. So try to get that 2-1. It's plus 190 most shops, plus 185, and some other ones. But I think Austin Vanderfield, the husband of Paige Van Zandt, someone finally wins in that marriage. Austin is the new Bellator champion today, so I like Austin Vanderfield. Again, try to get that 2-1. If you can't, take plus 190, plus 185. Try to get the best number as possible. So there's my Bellator 275 free play for you guys. That's all cash big tonight, so hopefully we'll go on that. But let's get back with all the questions. Blackhawks. Sandeep wants to know about the Blackhawks. I looked at that game a little bit last night. I didn't see that much value on it. I was hoping to open up at minus 145 and quickly got bet down. Maybe that's why it scared me. I would say if you can get them minus 115, I think it's a good bet. I mean, it's better off than laying minus 140 than it was last night. New Jersey's not crushing it and all that. Blackhawks are finally getting healthy. They could put the puck in the net. So I could see the Blackhawks winning this one. I guess the only thing that scares me, they're not really good at home. And New Jersey, again, they're not really good on the road as well. But that's the only thing that scares me. And I know they lost their last. I think they lost the last 3 games, if I'm not mistaken. And the last one was at home against Florida. They lost, I think it was 5-1 or 5-2, something like that. But the number is pretty much correct, Sandeep. If you can get minus 115, I would say that's a good number. Philly open minus 2.5, and now they're 2 with Harden on the lineup for the first time. They're at Minnesota. We were on back-to-back. Why the line change, and would it take Philly minus 2? Yeah, I was a little bit shocked on the line movement on that as well. I mean, I guess they're probably some bettors are probably thinking that how they going to gel, but Minnesota's no joke, especially at home. If they can hit the 3-ball, if the big man can hit the 3-ball, they're going to be a tough out in many, many years to come. I like the way Minnesota has been playing. They're going to be a tough team in the West in the next couple of years. They're 32-28. I know they had some bad losses at home, but they're starting to gel. I can understand when I put a big X on it. When I saw that Harden was playing, I didn't want to all of a sudden put some money down on it. So I can see why people think that line is a little bit weird, but Harden coming back again with a hamstring injury. Minnesota coming off a game last night for a big win against Memphis, which, oh boy, everyone was scared when John Morant went down. So I like Minnesota on this one. I'm not going to play the triggers. I really, really want to see how Philly plays. So I would probably put a big X on it. If maybe I see mostly 2.5s now on this one. Let me see. Yeah, I see mostly 2.5. I think the only 2 I see out there is Bet Online. I mean, a global book out there. Most of the global books have 2 out there. Most Vegas has 2.5. FanDuel, DraftKings both have 2.5. I think if you're gonna take Philly, I would definitely take the 2, not 2.5. But I can understand that. It's gonna be a very interesting game. I'm really gonna be watching that one because I really want to see how Philly gels with Harden coming in this. Which team would you be on the money line, Suns or Pelicans? Well, I wouldn't take them, but Suns on the money line because there's no way I'm going to lay. What's the money line on the Suns? Yeah, there's no way I'm going to lay minus 260 on a money line. And the Pelicans are plus 210. If you're just looking to bet money line, then I probably would pass on it. Like I said, I'm not the biggest money line bettor, so you're asking the wrong person. If I was going to take anything on a money line, I would maybe take a look at that game I was just talking about, Philly, Minnesota. I think that could be very interesting. If you like Minnesota at home, take the plus 115 and try to roll the dice and get the W. So I would probably look at that one. But if you're just looking for a money line bet on that game, I would probably not take a shot at that one. So hopefully I didn't confuse you that much on that one. So I would definitely not take the money line on that game just because if I like the Pelicans, I would probably take the plus 6.5. If I like Phoenix, I would wait to see if it comes down. I wouldn't want to lay minus 260, like I said, on the road, especially if no CP3 that I'm playing last night. I just don't think there's much value in that game. So hopefully we'll see on that one. Joe, Philly, question mark. I guess you're talking about the Philadelphia 76er game. I'm just talking about that one. It just has too many questions for me, Joe. I want to see how Harden plays. I want to see how healthy is he. Is he skinny Harden? Is he a fat Harden? What we see, does he have his fat suit on? I just want to see how they gel. I mean, on paper, yeah, Philly's the better team. I'll jump on that price at -2.5, especially if Minnesota playing last night. But I want to see how this team gels. It looks like a trap game. If Philly is the better team, I would probably see if I would bet it. If I can get 2, I wouldn't take 2.5, or definitely wouldn't take 3. I'm looking more in Minnesota, even though they played last night, because again, I just don't know how this team's going to look with Harden. And is it going to mess up the chemistry that we've seen? Philly's had some fantastic chemistry all season long. That's why they're playing the well as they are. That's why Joe Embiid is an MVP candidate. He's not my MVP candidate. I have DeRozan as my MVP, but I can understand why Joe Embiid is getting the love. So it's going to be an interesting game. I'm watching that game because I'm going to be watching that game for future bets down the road. I'm going to be making to take Philadelphia on some certain spots just because if Harden plays like he can, and Joe Embiid stays healthy, and they get fantastic bench play, they're going to be a really, really, really hard out in the Eastern Conference. So that's why I'm going to put the pass on that. Well, since we're talking about NBA, let's throw out the NBA free play. I just gave you my Bellator 275 free play. That fight goes in a couple hours. Austin Vanderfield as the new champion, and that is my free play. But we're also going to talk about NBA as a free play, and we're going to take the under in a game. Not that many people are watching because there's no playoff implications, nothing. We're going to take the under in the Houston-Orlando game to 235.5. This one opened up at 228.5 and skyrocketed 7 points. I thought it was a low total at 228. I thought it would be bet up to 230. So I'm like, here's some real good value on the under. But wow, really 235.5? That's just way, 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 way too high for me. I'll take the under on that one. I do have action on that just because I just think the total is just too. I mean, I know Houston is on the over. Their last 5 road games for them have gone over the total. I know Orlando has playing no defense. The last 4 times these two teams played, the over has cashed. I understand that, but wow, that's just too big of a number for me. So I'm going to take a shot at the under at 235.5 in this game. So give me the under in the Houston Rockets Orlando 235.5. Bam, it's a big number. Jordan, what's going on? Thanks for the pick on Murray State. Easy win. Yeah, that was a really easy win. A little bit shocked. I still don't understand why that number was only 3, especially after Murray State blew out Belmont at Belmont, I think in January. I don't have it in front of me. I thought it was a really good spot for Murray State. On TV, people are going to be watching them on a card. Big game for them. So thanks for not purchasing. Thanks for jumping on board on that one. Thanks for cashing on that one, and hopefully we can cash on tonight's play as well. So hopefully we can have another back-to-back winning days on free plays. So thanks for jumping on board over on the Doc's YouTube page. You can get some fantastic free plays and fantastic content over there. You can get with you can catch me and Robert Faringo's college basketball videos we've been doing. You can catch Scott Spreitzer, Tony George, Vernon Croy, Indian Cowboy, Doug Upstone, the new guy August. So hopefully I didn't miss anybody, but some fantastic work over there. So jump on over to Doc Sports YouTube page and start cashing. Pringo, what's going on? Any thoughts on the Mavs game tonight? Man, I really want to play the Mavs. I'm not gonna lie. It was up to 6.5. Now it's back down to 5.5. So I don't think there's any value. If you can get 6, if you like the Mavs, I say take the +6. If you like Utah, how low does this total go? I guess, or this line go? I would see how high. I really, really wanted to jump on the Mavs. I missed the 6.5, so I'm probably not going to take that right now. But man, the Mavs are playing some really, really good basketball against the spread. They've been going nuts, cashing tickets left and right. I think they've covered, I want to say 7 of their last 8. I'm not 100. I might be off by a couple games on that one, but coming off before the All-Star break, they blew up the Pelicans. They beat Miami at Miami. So I'm really, really big fan of Dallas now, especially in get rid of Porzingis. Utah, their last game before the All-Star break, they lost to the Lakers. So it's interesting. I really, really wanted to pull the trigger on Dallas on this one, +6 or +6.5. Like I said, I missed a good number. And I even looked at the over on this one. I think we're going to see a lot of points scored in this one, even though the total was too low. Was it 211? Let me check back. I clicked off by my screen. Oh, I'm sorry, 218. It opened up at 215.5. So I think the total has a little bit of value. So, but I'm going to wait to see if I can get a better number, Pringle. Brian Singh is Brian Stevens. Hey, what's going on, Brian? Hope you're having a great day. Let's say slashing the wall. College mission. Can Billikens cover Spiders? I got them at +2.5. Yes, they can. I think that's a really good matchup. I made the number right on there. That's why I don't think there's any value on that. But it would not shock me if they come out and get the W on this one. Billikens, it's +3 right now. I don't know if you got it early. I would maybe wait and try to see if you can get a better number than 2.5. There's pretty much threes all across the board. But I do believe that the Billikens can beat the Spiders. The Billikens defense is really good. They're always, no one ever talks about the Billikens defense, but I would not be shocked if they pull off the W. So try to get that +3 if you didn't bet it yet on the Billikens. Brian, would the Lakers cover -2? I think so. I think LeBron coming off the All-Star break. They're supposed to have Carmelo, so I know he's not the Carmelo, but it shortens their bench, and that's what I look at. Just guys that could shorten their bench. And I'm not the biggest fan of Clippers. These two teams played a couple weeks ago before the All-Star break, and the Lakers were winning the whole game and they lose by 1. I think it was 111, 110. I like the Lakers tonight. It opened up. I saw some ones this morning, 1.5. Now it's 2. I would say grab the. Well, I don't want to say. I mean, bet. A global book. I'm not allowed to say global book name, so that's why I keep on correcting myself. Apologize for that. One global book has 2 on the Lakers. I would say wait to see if we can get that 1.5 again, but I think it's going to get 2. Maybe take the money line on the Lakers. So because I do believe it's going to be a close game like it was before with some money line. I would say try to get -135, -130 if you don't want to lay the 2. But I like the Lakers. I think they win tonight. I think they get that W. So I think there's good value on that. Sam, what's going on? Hey, Rob, thanks for all the great thoughts and time. Anytime, Sam, anytime you have questions, fire away, Sam. Thanks for watching the show. Apologize for Wednesday's show. I just got too busy. Had to put up some ridiculous prop bets. Who's going to induct Undertaker in the Hall of Fame? I put up odds on that one. I put up some crazy Kanye West odds. On Wednesday, and Wednesdays are my big PR interview. I have 2 PR firms that I do business with for prop betting, and it got too ridiculous on Wednesday for me to do a whole bunch of prop bets for them. So I apologize for no video on Wednesday. But Sam, thanks for watching. Pringle, I'm thinking Mavs +6. Thanks so much. Great job, by the way. Thanks, Pringle. Hope you have a fantastic weekend. Tamina, what are thoughts on the Suns line and total, please? It was 230. I just did an interview for New Orleans about 10 minutes ago. I thought the total was a tad too high. I thought 230. I think it's going to go over. It opened up at 224.5, 225. I thought the total was a little bit low. I thought it should be around 226, 227. But at 229.5, I thought it was way too. I would say maybe take a look at the under, unless it continues to drop. But that was my first thoughts, just because the Suns played last night. I think the Pelicans can keep this game close. I was hoping to get maybe more points, like +7, but I was leaning towards Pelicans and the under at 230. Now it's coming down to 229.5. So I would say, for me, no play on myself on this one, but that's what I would think on that game. Brian, great. Thanks, bud. LeBron looking good. Yeah, I think LeBron pulls them out tonight. Has a big game, even though there's still no AD. Well, there's no AD for a while, so it doesn't really matter. Pringle, one more right, you don't have to call me Mr. Rafe. That's pretty funny. Do you think Iowa laying 11 tonight is too much? Yes. Even though Nebraska is just, I still can't believe they're bringing back for Fred Hoiberg. That's another show. That's a 2-hour show, but 12.5. There's even some 13s popping up on that one. So the 11 would have been good, but there's no way I would take Iowa 12.5 or 13 on a row tonight. Just put a big X, put a big pass on it, and save your money for tomorrow, because there's a shitload of college basketball games tomorrow, Pringle. So I wouldn't touch the Iowa game. Brian, let's say I did take them on the money line. See, Brian, me and you, great minds think alike. Cash big tonight, Brian. Thanks for watching. KC, what's going on? What's up? I haven't seen or talked to you in a while. Hope you're having a fantastic weekend. Thanks for watching, KC. It should be interesting. Should be an interesting weekend. Some great stuff. Hopefully we can cash some tickets all weekend. Let me go over my free play. My free plays today in the NBA. We were the under 235.5, and it's dropping. I don't know. Every time I play an under, every time I play a free play for you guys, a total drops like crazy. That happened to me on Monday with you guys, but I had the under 235.5 Houston or in Orlando, just way too high on the line movement. Opened up at 228.5, moved 7 points, really 7 points. I know both teams play no defense, but wow. So I would take a shot at the under at 235.5 between the Rockets and Orlando Magic. And in fights, Bellator 275. I think it goes at 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. We're going to see a new champion in Bellator 274, Austin Vanderford. Take plus 190, take plus 185. He takes the belt away from Gerard Musasi. He goes to the ground game and ground and pound all 5 rounds and gets the belt. So I'm going to take the underdog on Bellator 275 main events. Give me Austin Vanderford. So those are my 2 free plays for you guys. Hopefully we can cash them. Don't forget to jump over to YouTube and see my other free plays. That day we had Murray State last night. Winner. So hopefully we can continue cashing some YouTube free plays to you over on Doc Sports. So jump on board. So you guys all been fantastic. Thanks for all the questions firing in. We'll be back on Monday for another episode of Ask a Bookie. So we'll finally have NBA on Monday. Like this last Monday, we didn't have any NBA, so it's kind of a little bit of a dark one on that one. But Monday's show should be fun and exciting. Hopefully, you guys all join me on Monday's show with another episode of Ask a Bookie at 3. Monday's shows are probably going to be at 3:30 Eastern Standard Times because I do a media hit on Mondays, and it gets too close for me on that one. So 3:30 on Mondays for another episode of Ask a Bookie over on the Doc's YouTube channel right here. Eric at Miami Heat minus 5.5. Thoughts? I pounded it. Respect. It was good pound. I missed a good number at last night at 4.5. And it wasn't 4.5 long. It quickly got moved to 5. So you have a good number because it's 6. Most likely this one's going to go 6.5. I didn't play it. I like it. I like Miami in the Eastern Conference. I like the Bulls and Miami. They're going to be tough outs. So cash big. I'll be rooting for you on this one because I missed a good number. So I will root for you. Probably not. There's no way I'm going to lay 6 right now unless it comes down. But I think you got a good number. So good luck on you one. I'm respecting that one. Hopefully you cash big because I'm looking to play that. Play Miami a lot in the next couple of weeks and in the playoffs. They're going to be a hard, especially that they're getting healthy. Play team defense. Like gel really well. So good luck on that one. I can't wait to watch that game tonight and can't wait for you to cash that ticket. So good luck on you on that one. So I think it's a good play. I wish I can get that number that you have, but I almost played the over on that one. That was my play on that one. I think that we'll see a lot of points scored on that one. New York, their offense is starting to spread the ball around. So it should be an over game as well. Segway, you're welcome. Plus 3.5. So I respect on that one. That's a very, very good number. So plus 3.5. It's better than 2.5. It's a wall. So fantastic. I think that's a good game. I would not be shocked if the Billikens win that game outright. So you have a good ticket right there. I'll be watching that game too. So when the Billikens win. Drink on you now. You can have a drink. Have a drink on me because I don't drink on Friday nights. So have a drink on me. Eric, also on the Spurs and Jazz. No opinion on the Spurs. That game pretty much came out what I thought it would be. Made a total made a number 2.5, 3. Opened up at 1, 1.5. Wasn't 1.5 long. So the number's correctly. I can understand why San Antonio. I don't want nothing to do with Washington. The Jazz game, I'm just going to watch it. I'm on the other side with you, Eric, in that one. I think Dallas is a live play on that one. I've just really, really been impressed on how Dallas has been playing. I don't have any action on it, so I'll be rooting, I don't know, kind of for you because Dallas is another team that I'm going to be watching for a while to play some games, especially in the playoffs as well. But I have no action on it right now. I might not be able to root for the Jazz, but if I have no action when the game tips off, I'll root for your tickets. But best game on the board. Best game tonight in the NBA is Dallas and Utah by far. So it should be a fun game to watch, and hopefully you can catch your ticket. So it should be a fantastic game. So God bless to you too, Eric. Hopefully have a fantastic weekend. You guys all have a fantastic weekend, not just Eric. You guys all have great weekends. Hopefully everyone cashes big this weekend. We'll have a nice card tomorrow of college hoops, NHL, all that good stuff. Linda, thanks for joining in, Linda. Phoenix minus 6.5, a good pick. Yes, and I'm leaning, Linda. I'm not gonna lie. I'm leaning towards the Pelicans. This one, Phoenix playing last night. Still, I was trying to figure out how they're gonna play with a CP3 that's gonna limit their bench. Pelicans first game since the All Star break. Had to listen to the Zion crap all week long, All Star week long. I think it's gonna be a close game. I kind of think it's gonna be an under game, especially when it was 2:30 a couple minutes ago. The total. I was leaning towards the Pelicans plus the points. Now, Linda, the Phoenix do win this game. Don't get me wrong, but I thought the number would have been like around 4, 5, 5.5 ish. I thought 6, 6.5 was just a little bit too high from a team that coming out off a game last night. Pelicans looking to erase all the negative stuff that's been said around them. So sorry about that, Linda. But like I said, I was leaning a little bit more towards the Pelicans than Phoenix. So apologize. Hopefully you catch big tonight, Linda. Thanks for watching and all that. So it should be well. Big Facts, what's going on? I haven't seen you in a while. Big Facts. Hopefully you're having a fantastic week. Hopefully you have a fantastic weekend. Big Facts. Linda, thanks. Thank you. That helps. Like I said, Linda, like I said, Phoenix wins this game. Don't get me wrong. I made this number 5. Came up, opened up 6, 6.5. Got bet down this morning to 6. I thought maybe it was going to go back down to 5.5, and then it quickly got bet up to 6.5. It's just a little bit too high for me. I'm on the Sixers money line, Arkansas money line, and Troy. Like the Troy game, I almost played them on the money line. I was hoping to get maybe 2.5 on that. I think it's a good play on that one. No opinion on Arkansas. I thought the numbers should be, yeah. Just don't see any value on that one. And again, Sixers. I'm just gonna watch that game. I really, like I said, I don't know if you just jumped on board, Big Facts, but I just want to watch that game because I really want to see how Harden looks. Is he skinny Harden? Is he a fat Harden? How's he going to play? How's the pick and roll going to look like? This game is more research game for me. Sixers, Minnesota, than anything. Big fan of Minnesota as of late. They're playing really well as a team. Big man can hit the 3 ball. So that's game I'm just going to sit back and watch. Really like the Troy bet, Big Back. So I think you have a good one right there. Is that one, Michael? How you like Northwestern over Penn? I think that's the right side. I just don't trust Penn State. They're an under team. They're a horrible team to watch as of late. Northwestern's not lighting it up either. If I had to put money on it, which I don't have any action on it, I'd probably look at Northwestern. I think you're on the right side, just not sold on Penn State as of late. Even though they've dropped 7 out of 10, they've covered, I think, 5. I think they're 500 on covering the spread. I'm not a big fan of either one. And I know Northwestern's coming off a big home win to the horrible Cornhuskers, who are also on the schedule tonight. I'm still shocked that Fred Hoiberg is going to stay in Northwestern. But yeah, I think Northwestern is the right side. But like I said, I don't love the play of it. I think you're on the right side. I don't love it. Hopefully I didn't confuse you, Michael. Big back Sixers could be a trap game. Yes, any NHL overs you like. I didn't really care that much. There's a lot of big dogs. I mean, man, I can't believe that. I mean, the Colorado, Winnipeg over. I thought it looked a little bit good. I thought, was it the big Golden Knights Arizona game total at 5.5 was a little bit low. I thought the Kings Ducks game over looked pretty good. If I had to choose one, I think the Ducks Kings game goes over the total. Especially with the Anaheim. I think their last 10 games, 8 of them have gone over. So if I had to choose any of those games I just mentioned, I would take the late game Kings Ducks over Big Facts. So that's the one I'd probably look at. Also looking at Akron and a Hornet spread. Akron number is pretty much dead on. I see no value in the Akron game. I made Ohio 7, came out 7, moved to the 7.5. So and I'm not going to jump on it because I was 7.5. But now if it was 8, 8.5, then I might look at the Zips. But I had no value. And the same thing with the Hornets. Made Toronto a 1.5-point favorite. Came up 2. No, it's just I think the Hornets are gonna be fun to watch in the playoffs. They put a lot of points. I was probably looking to maybe play the total over. I was hoping to get like 219, 220, but no value in the total for me at 225. So that's when I was looking at. for that one. Big facts. But I hope everyone has a fantastic, fantastic weekend. I'm going to jet off. Don't forget to check me out on Monday for another episode of Ask a Bookie. Don't forget to jump on Doc Sports all weekend long. YouTube channel. We'll have some fantastic free plays. We'll mention my free plays again in the NBA. It's the under 235 in the Houston Orlando game. Is the NBA free play, and then Bellator 275, the main event. Austin Vanderfield will be your new champion today. Get that plus 190, plus 195. Try to find 2-1. I got 2-1 yesterday, so hurry up and jump on that. But you guys all have a fantastic, fantastic Friday. Have a fantastic weekend. My number one saying, and it always stays true to it. Please, please, please don't bet what you don't have. Have a great weekend. Stay safe, and I'll see you guys on Monday.